This is the Chris Allen MMA show. Today I'm being joined by one of the UK's top up-and-comers at the moment. He's a big name at the moment. He's coming out of a huge gym, Team Renegade, which is just housed full of absolute killers. You would have seen on my other podcast as well. It's Mr. Mo Zubair. Mo, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. It seems lovely where you are at the moment, mate. You're just chilling in the garden.
Yeah, trained earlier on, come home and I'm just chilling in the garden. So, yeah.
Nice, mate. Why not? So so obviously we're stuck in all this lockdown and everything like that. So what are you doing? What training are you doing? And obviously, where are you doing it?
Just doing some running, training in the park and that, just doing what I can, you know. I ain't really got equipment and that at home. I've been looking at treadmills and bags and that. But people are extorting, man. People are taking advantage of what's going on. But give me a week and I'll have a bag in my house.
That's it, mate. Again, but I guess you're obviously used to hitting something, but I guess you can do shadow boxing and things like that, which helps with the balance as well. But I'm sure you're missing someone actually firing shots back at you now, aren't you?
Yeah. I like getting hit and I like hitting back. So, but yeah, just doing what I can. Yeah.
So obviously it's a bit of a strange time for everyone. We're all stuck in lockdown at the moment, and obviously you fight quite regularly. You know, you like to stay active and fight quite a lot. So this must be driving you absolutely mad at the moment.
Yeah, but it's a blessing in disguise, really, for me, I believe. Because I've been training and fighting so often, like earphones gonna come. Because I've been training and fighting so often, like my body needs to rest, and I believe that this COVID-19 is finally giving me the chance to let my body rest and heal. In my last camp, I got quite a lot of injuries, so now I'm just like chilling and letting them go and enjoying life, you know.
Yeah, you feel obviously feeling the knocks and the bumps even at a young age. You know, you're still feeling them, and said you've got it all to come for. So obviously coming off your last few fights, then have you looked back at it and have you with your boss trainers and have you seen stuff that you want to work on now going forward? To improve your game.
Yeah, I'm always constantly improving anyway. I don't look at one aspect I believe I need to improve on. I'm a mixed martial artist. I like improving on everything, you know. I believe that since moving to Team Renegade, I'm a all-rounded fighter now. So I'm just going to work on getting better and better and better.
Well, that must be the best thing as well. You know, you're working with a lot of experienced people around you at the moment, and obviously, how blessed do you feel that you've managed to walk into such a high-level gym at such a young age?
Very blessed, you know, but I've kind of been around high-level guys since I got into MMA. Like I was at the UTC camp and I was around Rocky, Natty, Yannick from a young age. So then moving over to Renegade, there's more high-level guys. So being around Tom and Jai and Tim Ward and stuff, all that stuff rubs off on you, man. And I believe that there's no way I can go wrong and get stuck in this game because if I ever get stuck or need help, I've always got the high-level guys around me to help me. So very blessed in that way.
Exactly. Yeah, there's not many chances to go wrong, is there? You know, you're always going to be corrected by the people around you, and it must feel great though to see. You know, you said you've been with Rocky and all them lot at UTC. You're seeing how their careers have gone. You know, that must give you such huge confidence to know that you're on the same path.
Yeah, it's very inspirational, man. Very.
I know, and it said it was a bit of a shame though. Obviously, this came this year because there was a big year for yourself and Team Renegade as well. So you were going to come back and have your fights. Obviously, Leon was going to fight, Fabian was going to fight, everyone was fighting, weren't they? You know, Akon. So, you know, it would have been an interesting first 6 months for you guys. But did you have anything in the books? You know, going forward with any events at all? Were you booked up at all for a fight?
After my fight on Cage Warriors, I remember I went up there with my manager, stayed with my manager. He helped me cut weight and everything. I remember getting out the cage straight away, saying to him, "Carl, get me another fight. I'm still fresh. I never really got hit in that fight. I don't know if you watched it or not, but I just got caught. So I says, you know what? I'm still fresh. I'm ready to go. I'll get back in the gym Monday. Match me up on another show, 2-3 weeks. And I was getting matched on a show, but then all this stuff happened and the show cancelled. So I just thought, you know what? It's time to chill, man.
That's it. Blessing in disguise. You can work on your skills. You can work on your fitness as well. And do you find it's been really important in this time that you do stay fit and healthy because this could be lifted at any time? You know.
Yeah, but at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really been staying fit and healthy. I've been training a bit but I've been eating loads of junk, and I've just been chilling. Like, whenever everything's back to normal, I'll get back in gym. There's no rush for me to fight, you know. I'm just chilling, and then when something comes up, I'll get back in camp and I'll take it. So at the moment, I'm just enjoying myself and enjoying life.
So how did that feel then? Obviously, opposed from the end result. Obviously, you were fighting at Cage Warriors. So first of all, how did that come around? How did you initially get the opportunity to fight at Cage Warriors?
What happened was I wanted to fight. It come to January. I told Carl, says Carl, get me a fight. Um, nowhere could match me. Couldn't find a fight anywhere. And then Cage Warriors messaged him saying, "Oh, we've got Luke Pemberthy if you want him. A few guys, we've already offered him to a few guys. They've turned him down. Would you like him?" And me being me, I'll fight anyone, you know. So I just went, yeah, why not? I'll take it. I was meant to fight him on Made for Cage before in September for the title. So I was like, you know what? Just take it. We were meant to fight before. Now we can actually make it happen.
As I said, he's a top competitor as well, just like yourself, and that was probably one of your biggest tests to date. You know, going at the moment, you know, especially in your amateur career, mate. But again, as you said, you didn't. I did watch the fight. You didn't really get caught at all in that fight. You didn't get hit. I mean, you got caught. I mean, you didn't get hit at all. You weren't exactly going to hospital after the fight. You know what I mean? It was unfortunate. You know, triangle choke you got caught in. But at the end of the day, this is amateur, and this is where we learn. You know, and to be honest with you, mate. You looked pretty good out there, and is that somewhere you want to fight again? Your next fight in Cage Warriors?
Yeah, I'll fight anywhere, you know. Cage Warriors is a big platform. You know, I'm very appreciative for them for having me. But if another opportunity comes up on there, I'll take it. I won't wait and be like Cage Warriors, Cage Warriors. I'll just take whatever's in front of me next, you know.
It must be cool, obviously, to fight on Cage Warriors, seeing how successful some of your teammates have been on there as well, such as obviously Natty. I know you're really close with. I think he's always in your corner. I think if I remember rightly, and obviously I was there when he. Obviously, no, I was there when he had the draw against James Webb. Sorry, I know I met you there at the same time as well.
Yeah.
And obviously, you both were very happy to have a chat with us and everything like that. And obviously, Jai's done very well for himself there. You know, obviously, he's moved up to the UFC now. So looking at that, is those sort of footsteps you want to follow in as well? I know not just sticking with Cage Warriors, but generally, you know, you can see where your team's going, like UFC and things like that.
Yeah, Cage Warriors, it was weird because I went there and everything just seemed like I was meant to be there. So it was really good, big opportunity, you know, like just shows that I will end up following these guys' footsteps, you know. Cage Warriors is a wicked promotion and I got a lot of exposure from that. So yeah.
No, mate, especially, yeah, no, you definitely did get good exposure, especially at Cage Warriors 112. You know, it was a big event, some big fights in that card as well. But when you walked into Cage Warriors, like the arena, were you thinking, "Oh my God, this is serious now," or you're used to it because you've been with your teammates so often?
Now I walked in and I was like, this is the office, you know. I weren't like shots like, oh, I'm fighting in a big arena, big stage, Cage Warriors, blah blah. Now I was just like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do business tonight, and this is what I'm gonna get my hand raised. Obviously, never went to plan, but I didn't go in there like starstruck and that. Like I just went in there all normal and confident as I always am.
Well, I think you're obviously inspiration to all the young amateurs out there at the moment because, as you said, not a lot of people fight Luke Pemberthy. You know, a lot of people turned him down, you know, and things like that. And in your amateur career, this is where you need to learn, and you know, you need to fight the best people out there straight away. You know, and do you have any regrets taking the fight, or do you find it's just a great experience, you know, just to take with you before your pro career?
Nah, no regrets at all. Everyone I've fought, I've never regretted anything after win or lose. So yeah, he was a top opponent. He was a big prospect. His jiu-jitsu is very high level, and I was looking forward to the test. I went there, he couldn't really catch me, nothing. It's just the last 10 seconds, I believe it was. Like, in my head, I was like, I've won this fight. I'm just gonna chill for a bit, and you can't afford to do that because as soon as I got him up the fence and thought, oh, I'm just gonna chill for the last 10, he jumped guard and he caught me, man. So there's a lot of lessons to be taken away from that fight, but I'm glad that it did happen as well.
Yeah, man, I was absolutely gutted for you, mate. To be fair, because I know you were doing so well in that fight, and as I said before, my podcast, I'm a bit of a fanboy for Renegade. So I've spoken about you with Aidan and with Fabian and people like that on the podcast, and you talk about the young amateurs up and coming, and you know they're talking about yourself, you know, and you've got so many quality Ami guys down there, and Renegade Jiu Jitsu, as you said, is unbelievable. Great place to learn all your stuff there as well. Mate, really, you got it all for you. You know, you got it all in a package. You've experienced a lot already, and you're only what 5, 6 fights in.
Yeah, that was my 6th amateur. It's crazy, man. Can't believe I've had 6 now.
What we looking at? Your first one. One sec, I'm cheating now. I've got it in front of me. Your first one was in 2018, so early on, and then obviously we didn't see you for just over a year. Like, do you want to talk about why that was?
What happened was the UTC camp closed down. I'd gone over to build that camp with my head coach at the time. So I was actually working on the gym, helping them build it. Training got back to normal. The camp opened, but I weren't happy there. Me and Natty stayed there. I remember Natty left on the Thursday, and on the Friday he says to me, "I'm gonna bring you with me on Monday." So I was like, you know what, I'm not happy here. I need to do what's best for my career. I didn't want to leave my head coach at the time, Silk, but it's a selfish game, man. You have to think about yourself. So I left, moved to Renegade. I weren't in a rush to fight because I believe that my skill set weren't that great at the time. I was a bit one-sided. I moved to Renegade. Tom says to me, "Oh, we'll build you up a bit. We'll look at you. I'll look and see what you want to work on, and we'll do it." And then as soon as I felt confident, I was like, "Get me in there," and I believed it showed straight away.
I think you're right as well. You took on Harry Kenworthy, I see, GP UK, and obviously you obviously had a 3-fight win streak there. How did it feel getting to win the title though at GP UK against the first guy you fought?
that just I can't couldn't like I can't explain how it felt. It was just something else, knowing that I've lost to this guy before and I've just beat him and I've claimed my first amateur title. I'm not being cocky or big-headed, but I absolutely mauled him. Every single round was mine. Some were even 10-8s, and I believe that was from changing the cam. You watch the first fight, me against him. It was kind of even, but then you see that I've changed camps. I've learned a lot more. My skill set's improved, and then you just see me go in there and do what I'm good at, man. So yeah, but big respect to him. He's a top lad as well, man. So yeah.
You can really see obviously the difference between your first fight and then that fight as well. It just absolutely shows how important it is not to jump straight back in there again, like you said, and get your skill set to where it belongs. And you know you're living proof. You know, and that's a really good thing to take with you as well. And obviously winning an amateur title isn't too bad either. You know, so that can hang on the wall with the rest of the belts at Renegade at the moment.
Yeah.
But again, mate, fair enough. It must have been lovely getting that redemption win, getting that win as well. As I said, nice guy, but at the end of the day, you're in there to win AMI title. Fair play to you, mate. So, how many more AMI titles is it going to take until we see you turn pro? Because I know you're never in a rush.
Nah, no rush. I want that Cage Warriors Academy one. I've said it many times. When I beat Luke, I would have got the shot, but I'm a few steps behind now. But it's no rush. I'll keep working towards that. I'll keep fighting top guys, and once I've got that title around my waist, give it a few more fights, and then you might see me turn pro. But that's nothing that I want to speak about at the moment because I don't believe I'm at that stage yet. So yeah.
Exactly. Well, you're doing the right thing, mate. As you said, like you're not jumping straight into pro before you, as you learn from, as you've showed throughout your whole career. If you need to improve on something, you will step back. You know, you will step back and you will look at it again, and you know you'll improve. You're not just going to jump straight in. So, you know, I respect that with you. Fair enough. But let's rewind it before Renegade, before UTC and everything. What was it that initially got yourself into combat sports, mate? Did you see something on like? Did you watch a UFC event or something like that, or was it people around you? What made you want to get into combat?
I used to always watch like UFC and like boxing. I used to play the games as well on like the PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360 and that. And then I used to always like hang around on the streets and that with my pals. And then remember one day my dad was like, "Oh, there's this boxing gym up the road. I'm gonna take you." He took me there, and from then I'd just never looked back. The training was only 3 times a week, but once I got into the routine and I started to enjoy it, I just used to go there just to do something to keep me active. And yeah, I never ever thought about competing at the time and wanted to take it serious and train full time and make it my life. But it's crazy how things go on, man.
So you look back now, but so did you do any? Did you compete in any boxing at all? Did you do any competitions at all? Any amateur fights?
When I moved over to UTC, med coach at the time, so he got me 2 boxing fights. I won both of them. he got me some K1 competitions and kickboxing and stuff. So yeah.
How do you find that transitioning, like from just learning with your hands and then also now you're throwing kicks and things like that? Is what made you think I want to throw kicks as well as punches?
I just used to do all the classes. I just used to do as many classes as I could. I'd be in the gym literally all day. But then when I'd actually fight the kickboxing K1, I couldn't really kick properly compared to these guys. So I'd just go in there and blitz them with hands. And yeah.
Fair enough, mate. But look where you are now. And then when did you start getting an interest in mixed martial arts? Then, like, what made you want to transition over to that?
I do the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu classes anyway, but I weren't really that good at wrestling and jiu-jitsu. I used to do it. I never really used to enjoy it. I used to always love doing all the striking. But then my head coach at the time, Silk, he was like, if you want to start competing MMA, we need to get you in these wrestling and grappling classes. I started to enjoy wrestling a bit. I do a bit of grappling. I weren't really fond of the grappling, but then when I moved over to Renegade, because Renegade was it mainly is a jiu-jitsu gym, only recently when I moved there, it transactioned into MMA because all the fighters were MMA fighters, so they turned it into mainly an MMA gym, but we've still got all the jiu-jitsu classes going on. When I moved there and started training jiu-jitsu regular and actually started to understand the concept of it, started to enjoy it, and yeah.
Fair enough. And did you find it weird, like going over to that sort of game straight away? Because obviously you had the jiu-jitsu, but you can also throw punches as well. Like, how did that work with you, having ground and pound as well as doing jiu-jitsu? Do you enjoy that more?
I love ground and pound. If you see my fights, if I can ground and pound you, I'll just go for it. I love hammer fists because I've got heavy hands for a flyweight, and when I'm on top of you, I love trying to maul you and just trying to finish you with them strikes. So yeah.
So is Renegade, obviously you went from UTC to Renegade now. Is Renegade, do you think, is going to be your home now for quite a long time, for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, forever. I've been there over a year. I think it's about a year and a half now, and there's no other camp compared to it. So all my friends are there. Like I've got all the coaches I need. Everything's perfect. So yeah.
So I know you're only at amateur stage now, but do you do any classes for any juniors or anything at all down there?
Nah, not really. In UTC, I used to teach the kids and stuff. I wouldn't mind getting back into it because teaching the juniors and stuff, it turned me into a better person. I'd actually, even though the juniors, it helped me understand the technique more because I'm teaching it from a different point of view and I can see where people are going wrong and I can help them improve on it. So yeah, I wouldn't mind getting back into teaching in the future. So yeah.
So well, get on your camera, mate, and get to all the kids out there, and do some live YouTube, live Facebook videos or Skype videos, mate. Because that's what I keep seeing out there. That'll keep you busy. Do some online training. You won't be. Thing is, though, if you shout at them, they're not right next to you, so they'll probably just be like, turn my phone off.
Oh fuck it, I'll just go back on the Xbox.
Yeah, you know that definitely, mate. I know that I'm 33 years old, and there's nothing else to do, is there? So I'm on PlayStation at the moment, playing whatever I can. Everyone's playing Call of Duty at the moment. This free game. You had to go on that.
Oh, mate, don't even speak to me about games. When I was younger, I used to love them. I'd be on it all night. But the other day, when this lockdown thing started, I was like, you know what? Oh, I've got a PlayStation. It's all dusty and that. I'll switch the PS4 on. I'll buy the online and I'll go on there. Went on there for a bit. I thought, oh, I've been on there for hours. I was only on there for about 20 minutes and switched it off. Can't do it no more. Don't understand how people do it.
That's it, because it's because you've got that fighter's mentality, mate. You want to be training, you want to be getting better. You want to, I don't know. I think you need to get the UFC games back out, mate. I think that's what you need to do.
But that's what I was playing, but it was
Oh, right.
boring. I was like, oh, can't do this.
You can't sit in one spot for too long. You have to go for a jog, mate. So what are you trying not to munch on then to stop turning into a middleweight at the moment? How are you controlling that?
Oh, I'm not, to be honest. It's gone out the roof, that's.
Oh man, they're going to kill you down at the gym. Who's the strength and conditioning coach down at Renegade?
There's Chris Meyer. He does a strength and conditioning at Renegade, but I don't use him. I use John Wolfpack in Wolverhampton. Me and Joy use him, and he's absolute animal, man. He's opened my eyes to strength and conditioning, and I've improved a lot with him. But I know that when I get back on these sessions, he's gonna absolutely kill me. He knows I like Ferrero Rochers as well. He did say after my fight he'd buy me Ferrero Rochers. John, if you're watching this, I ain't forgot about the box you promised me.
Well, if he does watch this, I think you'll be in trouble anyway, because he'll be hearing how out of shape you are. I'm sure he'll be calling you up on video soon, telling you to get sorted. What happens if this lift gets lifted? Let's say, I know it's not going to happen like in 2 weeks' time, and they offer you a fight in 3 or 4 weeks. You know, what are you fighting at the moment?
Well, I fight at flyweight.
What are you at now?
You know what? I'm gonna tell the truth. I don't even know. Since my fight, I've been eating that much. I've been scared to step on the scales. Last time I stepped on the scales, I was dying in the hot bath trying to make weight. So I'm a bit scared of scales at the moment.
Mate, you got to keep healthy though, man. Do you know what I mean? Don't starve yourself. Definitely enjoy it while you can. That's all I can say. Enjoy it while you can, because we don't know when we'll be back out there. But so when this all gets lifted, let's say it gets lifted in a few months' time, let's say, and we can start putting cards on again. Like, how soon do you want to get out there? Are you ready to go straight away, or would you like to do a bit of training with the gym and stuff?
I'd like to get a bit of training in first. I don't want to rush it. I'd like to get a bit of training, get back into the flow, get back into the mood, enjoy the training, and then get back into camp. So yeah.
Fair enough, mate. That's the sensible thing to do. I just want to see you all fight again. I'm just being a bit selfish. I was sending it to Aidan and Fabian. I was like, "You'll be fine. Just go fight straight away. No problem at all." You know. And I was actually talking to them because I said, "There's so many of you, and you all corner each other in MMA." And I said, "Is there anyone in particular like who corners whoever?" But I see Natty corners you a lot. Is that someone? I'm not saying you prefer him to, but is he someone you've been close with a lot and trained with? Is that why you prefer him in your corner?
Yeah, I've been with him since I was about 14 years old, 13 years old. So just feel like having people that you've been with for a while there, it just makes it that edge better. Like I always like to have Joy there as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed you've had Jai and Natty there quite a lot, to be fair. And, you know, I love both quality guys. Both got titles as well. So it's not exactly two bad people to have yourself around, you know?
Yeah, I feel like you have a connection with a coach and like when you're fighting, you can just hear that specific voice that's always there. Like if you have say four cornermen in there and you have that one specific person that you can always hear, you'll always hear him no matter what. And I have that with Joy, so that's why I like to have him there and I look up to him a lot. So makes everything all good.
And it must be great for you to see them both do so well as well. So Jai winning the title, Natty getting the title, which you know, arguably will say he deserved before, from that last fight, the draw, and then the one in UFC. So looking up to those people, you must be proud yourself seeing how well they've done.
Yeah, very proud. I feel like a proud dad.
A young dad.
Young dad.
But look, saying that though, you've all got belts, haven't you? What am I talking about? You've got your amateur belt, so all three of you technically are holding titles.
Yeah.
Nice one. I'd like to see you have another go at GP UK as well. Maybe defend that title, because I love seeing a title defense. And I know Ross Poynton's putting on shows in the south as well potentially. So if I hear anything about that, I'd love to get you on one of them as well, because that'd be great to see you compete on there. But no rush, as you said. Yeah, I won't bother you too much.
Just we'll fight wherever. So yeah, if you want to see me defend my belt, I'll defend it. If you want to see me move up, I'll move up. Just whatever. I'm comfortable everywhere.
Right, before we go and everything, I just want to talk about, like, I've seen a couple of nicknames for you. You need to clear me up on which one's which. I've seen Mini Cannon, and now I'm seeing Terminator. Okay, right. Which one is current? Which is the current one?
Terminator, that one will stay. I like it. One of my coaches started calling me Terminator, and a few people that had watched my fights and that, because they're like, you just go forward and you just fight. It's like one per.
Oh, lost you, Mo.
Yeah,
There you are. Got ya.
but, yeah, we'll have to edit that out. But at the start of a round, I got rocked with a head kick, and it says, "Oh, you got rocked with head kick, and you're just getting blitzed with shots, and you still come back like a Terminator." So, you know what, Terminator it is, man. Real life Terminator.
Quality, mate. It's my favourite series of films, mate, as well. And I'm a bit older than you as well, man. So, nah, that's what I'd like to stick with. You watched all the films, by any chance?
Get to the chopper now.
He's putting Arnie bloody expressions down to me. Quality, man. That's what you'd come out to, don't you? So where did Mini Cannon come from?
because Joy was big cannon and was his prodigy to mini cannon, innit? Remember, I was hitting pads once with him, and his missus just started saying mini cannon while I was hitting the pads, so kind of stuck a bit in the gym.
No worries, man. Who changed it, and why did you change it?
Loads of people were saying it and that, and my striking coach was like Terminator, Terminator. So I was like, you know what, Terminator. It sounds a bit more original. Like Terminator is me. I'm not like it's not like someone else's nickname that I've taken. So you know what, Terminator it is.
You didn't fancy Pitbull or something like the rest of them, no?
Nah, I like to be different from the rest of them.
Yeah, of course, man. That's it. Used to be called. Yeah. What was your? Here's a question for you. What was your gamer name when you used to play online? Was it something like the Terminator or something like that?
Nah, I think it was just like my initials. You know, like
Oh,
so. Yeah, never really had none of them cool fancy nicknames. When it comes to like starting them up and that, like, I'd never think. So just like, you know what, make it short and simple. What's
let's see
yours?
what mine, Mr. Doppo. See, really thought about that, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Where did you get that from?
I'll tell you what, right? If people don't know, I'll tell you quickly when people used to call me Doppo as a nickname. You probably see it on my Facebook because I'm half Greek Cypriot, right? So they all think my mates all, but my dad's English, so I've got an English surname, Alan. Yeah, but my mates all think, well, if you're Greek, surely your name should be Dopolopodopodous or something like that. I'm like, yeah, right. And then literally when I was like 16, it just stuck. Everyone kept saying, "Oh, you're right, Doppo, Doppo." I was like, do you know what, whatever. People's mums, like, people actually thought that was my name. And I said, my mum didn't hate me that much. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the story behind that one, mate. Nothing too interesting. They just think my surname should be Doppelopodopodous. That's about it, really. Do you know what I mean? But I might see if I can change it. You know, I might steal your name, Terminator 2, Mini Terminator. I'll be your protege.
Nah, you ain't. You have to level up to that. You have to earn that.
I'm gonna be the Mini Terminator. Yeah, I'll just.
We'll get Ross to match you up, and then we'll think about that.
I need someone to look after me, man. Anyway, man. It's obviously, Bo, I love chatting with you, mate. You know, you always have a good chat, mate, and I can't wait to see you come back and show us what you've done, what you've learned, what you've improved on. And mate, I want to see you win that Cage Warriors Academy belt, and I'm 100% sure that you will do it. You know, you've got the right people around you, you've got the right mentality. You saw the mistake you made in your last fight, and if it wasn't for that tiny mistake, you'd be sitting here, you know what I mean, maybe looking at a Cage Warriors title. So you got to take that as a positive, you know what I mean? And mate, give a shout out, man, to anyone you haven't already, and all your social network where they can follow your stuff, brother.
I'd like to shout out Hard Life Fightwear. They're always supporting me. One of my main sponsors. I'd like to shout out Team Renegade, NJB Fitness, the Governor Nutrition, Heavy Duty Management as well, and we got the t-shirt on. Orange County CBD and Bays Diner as well. I'd like to thank everyone that supports me. Yeah.
Amazing, man. Such a young age, sponsors already, fighting Cage Warriors, mate. The world is your oyster, man. And I can't wait to see what happens, mate. Let's hope we get out of here this year, and I can't wait to see what happens, mate. It's going to be good.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bro.
No worries, man. We'll keep in touch for sure, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice one, brother. See you later. Have a good day.